Hello, my name is Alex, and I am here with John.
You ain't from Michigan if you ain't done this before.
And today, we're going to be talking about Guilty Gear Strive, and specifically, we're going to be talking about Guilty Gear Strive's soundtrack, which is so good. And to anyone who does not know, Guilty Gear is a fighting game series that has all been based around kind of heavy metal and hard rock. So whenever a new game comes out, there's always a really good soundtrack to accompany it. And this game is very experimental and different. And I absolutely love it. I've been playing Strive all week. And it has now become one of my new favorite games. And I can't get enough of this soundtrack. So we're going to go ahead and make a tier list. Go through all the different character themes. Break them down. And what we think is good and what we think is bad. And that's it. So if you are a fan of rock music in general, I would say that you might enjoy this, or if you like Guilty Gear or video games. But if you don't like rock music, I wouldn't hang around probably, because it definitely is going to be all rock music for the next 30 minutes or so.
Quick disclaimer, many tears will be shed, but all of these tears shred.
Yes. So we're going to start off by breaking down the tiers real quick. So we have our A, B, C, and D tiers, which are subject to change. And then we have absolute bangers at the top for the best of the best. The songs that every moment that they come on, my life is a little better. So, the first theme, let's go over, is going to be Kai, because I don't want to start with Soul. So I'll go ahead and I'll play a snippet of Kai's theme real quick. Mm-hmm.
Sky, girl, behold the light, like a crying for the moon. Never-ending ride, forgot what I want, never held my heart to me. That's why go forward, don't look back. I can't believe in the path I'm on. Faith, pride, so what do I have to be?
Go forth and don't look back. I'm glad we started strong. Yeah. I really like that one.
It was a really good pick. That was Kai, right?
Yes, that is Kai's theme, the other protagonist. It was called The Roar of the Spark, which, as we all know, sparks do make noise. They specifically roar.
Yes. The other day, I was smacking two pieces of metal together, and wouldn't you know it, it roared a spark.
Like a lion. But I actually really like the song. From the snippet we played, there's a heavy influence from power metal that I think just comes through, and the opening instrumentals are just so exciting. And when you're starting a match, it just gets you so hyped to kick the living shit out of someone. I love it.
I like that it starts strong because what is it? A lot of these songs you don't get to listen to the whole thing. So, you play this theme, you're going to be hyped from the beginning to the end.
Oh, absolutely. Because the matches are so short, you don't get to hear these themes in their entirety unless you're in training mode. Mm. Or you listen to them in the car, like I do.
How long are the matches usually?
If you're, I don't know, if it's not over in an instant, maybe minute and a half, 2 minutes. Mm. Yeah, and a lot of these songs are 6 minutes long, so It's you only really get to appreciate them when you listen to them.
If you both block the entire time.
Block the entire time, you still will get a timeout, and you won't be able to hear the whole thing. But Kai's theme is awesome. I especially like an instrumental part later in the song where it references back to one of his older themes, Holy Orders, from one of the other games. I'll play that real quick.
He's good. He's good.
Mm-hmm. It's very exciting for me because I've been playing these games for a while. And to those who don't know, because we mostly talk about movies, I play a lot of fighting games, like a lot of fighting games. Guilty Gear is my favorite, though. So this game is very special to me because I've been waiting a very long time for it. And I've always been very casual, but this is the first game where I'm putting in a lot of time to try to really get good at it. So, no, the music just makes it so much better. But back to Kai's theme. I love it. So, where would you say we should put this?
Well, the list isn't final at all right now, so I'd say this is a strong example of what A tier should be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I could see it creeping its way into absolute bangers because, like, I can totally see myself driving, windows down, mullet flowing in the wind.
And, you know, you got, like,
just headbanging to this shit.
You got a lowrider going on, you know, going past you, and suddenly you hear the sparks roaring.
In the cookout parking lot. No, I'd say right now, let's go ahead and put Kai's theme in A tier. Because I think there are better songs on the OST. Mm-hmm. But it could get moved around because it is good. But let's go ahead and let's move on to the next theme. Who would you like to hear next? I picked Kai.
Let's go with Milia.
Okay, so I got her theme all queued up. Let's go ahead and play a snippet of Melia's theme.
Break yourself inside out. She told me, we know deep down there's no way. Even if I smash the mirror, how do we look? Not cute. Oh, lullaby, don't stop until I fall in place. Stay with me until the end of time. So carry on, love the sun, you myself. Time goes on, lasting road. I left my regrets. So carry on, love the sun, you myself. Time goes on, lasting road. I feel a touch of moonlight.
So, John, I need to tell you, I love that song so much, and I listen to it like a lot during the day, like while I'm just doing activities around my house.
Yeah, I was in the car with you earlier. You were jamming out to it. I can tell that you love the Subhuman Self.
Which is the name of the song.
Yeah.
Yes, no, I love this song a lot, and I sing along to it with my windows up, because people don't need to hear me sing, but I want to sing along to it because it's so good.
I mean, if your speakers are loud enough, they can't hear you sing.
Oh, dude, I have it cranked up,
211.
but I'm screaming in my car. So, to the dismay of, like, everyone in the neighborhood. But no, I love this song very much. I like that we have a female singer in Guilty Gear because we've always just had the male singer or we had no singing in the older games like XX, which all of that is good, but I'm glad we have some variety here. And we do have female singers for most of the female themes, which is cool.
It's the same female singer, I think.
Probably. I don't know. They're vastly different songs, but I assume it's the same girl. But no, I just love it, and it works super well. There's a part about like halfway into the song, the guy starts chiming in and kind of screaming in the background while she's singing, and I just love it so much. For me, it's like not just a good Guilty Gear song; it's just a very good rock song, and that is what I want when I listen to Guilty Gear music half the time. Is I want to be able to listen to it when I'm doing other things and be like, yes.
So you can pretend you're fighting people during the day too.
I can like air guitar while I fold laundry.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I'll play that little snippet of when the guy comes in real quick. Right after we figure out where Amelia is going to be on this tier. So I want to put this on absolute bangers because I think it belongs there.
I'm inclined to agree. Yeah, definitely an absolute banger.
I think what makes an absolute banger is like the willingness you have to listen to it outside of the game when you're doing other things.
I thought it was the smell of the game.
Yeah. But let's put it on absolute banger. I'll show that snippet real quick for anyone who hasn't heard like the full theme. And then we can go ahead and move on to the next one.
We know deep down there's no way. Oh, we walked into the lake. The beast days. How do we let that down?
So now that we've gotten all of Melia's music out of the way, I love it so much. I could listen to the whole song. But we need to move on.
Your turn to pick.
Yep. So now we're going to listen to Chip's theme. So full disclosure, I have heard this theme a lot over the last like year and a half or so because it's been in the other betas and it's been, pre-release trailers and all of that. So let's go ahead and play a snippet of it real quick.
I stopped counting so long ago. Enemies keep calling after me. Still unknowledge, yeah, you got it all. If you ask me, yeah, it's all a game of chance. Don't know the thinking. Life never goes that way that you want. That's how it is. No matter what life throws that you take it on. Whoa, fine like a tiger, walk in the park. Play the hero till I die. Fly like an eagle, soar through the sky. Be free till you die.
So Jonathan, what do you think of Fight Like a Tiger? Is that the name of it?
Was it?
That's
That's the lyrics.
That's what we were calling it for the longest time.
Like a tiger.
Walk in the fire. Yeah, no, we were calling it that.
It could have been called Walk in the Park.
Or Play the Hero Till I Die. But no, we were calling it Fight Like a Tiger until we had an official name, which the official name is Play the Hero. So one of those lyrics I said was right.
I like either of our names better. Walk in the Park or Fight Like a Tiger.
Well, Walk in the Park is a very metal sounding name. Yes.
Walk in the Park.
But what do you think?
The
Because
Industrial Park.
I've already heard the song a lot over the last couple betas. So I'm a bit worn down by it, but I still like it. It's not my favorite because all the other songs are so fresh and new, but I still like it.
Maybe it's because I didn't hear most of these songs until today, but this one is pretty hyped to me still. So, I don't know, like, yeah, I think I'm going to go with A for now as well. So, yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Is there a way to
Chip
put
always gets points with me. If you did not know, he started his own country in the Guilty Gear lore, and he elected himself president, but he's also a ninja. So he has two things going for him. And because of his history in politics, anytime I'm at an election, like I look at the ballot and it says you can write in, I think really hard about making a big mistake.
And did you ever vote for Chip?
I'm going to leave that up to everyone's imagination. There's a lot of people in the world who would be disappointed in me if I did.
Could you imagine, like, you're like watching the polls one night, and then suddenly it's like,
One person voted for Chip Zanoff.
Or what if
This weeby ninja man.
This is his running theme, the theme that plays at his campaign.
And he Naruto runs onto the stage.
There's an assassin.
Vote for Chip. There's like shurikens into the audience. I'd vote for Chip. Like if there was like a real weeb that looked like that running for president, I'd vote for it. But I'd be fine putting Chip in A. I don't love his theme the way I love some of the other ones, so I could go B, but I'd be like cool with A. So like if you wanted an A, I will definitely like meet you there.
Yeah, let's put it in A for now, I guess. See,
Okay.
I think the issue with these is that, like we said, there's not really a bad Guilty Gear song. They're all good.
Yeah, no, they're all Guilty Gear. And
Guilty Gear.
no, there's no such thing as bad Guilty Gear music, just better than other Guilty Gear music.
It's all a guilty pleasure gear.
No, it's all good. So even if we say like, oh, the song is like D tier, it's D tier for us. It might be A tier for someone else because it is subjective.
Dang it. We could have made this a gear list.
Okay.
Instead of a tier list.
Oh, you're right. It took a second to register with me. Well, now that we've gotten Chip out of the way, who would you like to hear next?
Does that guy have a belt buckle over his eyes?
Yes.
Yes, him.
That's the boy.
The boy?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's go with the boy.
Yes. And just so you know, they aren't a Guilty Gear character if they don't have a belt in some kind of inconvenient location.
Oh, like Rob Liefeld
Yeah.
characters.
You can tell if you're looking at a Guilty Gear character by like the stupid amount of belts. Like I think Soul has like 5 or 6 belts.
Do any of them actually support their clothes at all?
Maybe there's like weird buckles. There's a new character in the story mode called Gold Lewis. He has a bunch of belts. He'll probably be DLC. We'll see.
Imagine like one of these characters takes off their shoulder buckles and then their pants fall off.
There's probably like a webcomic or some shit of that. But I'm going to go ahead and play a snippet of Zato's theme now.
Vanish into dark. Fusion now and past. Vanish into dark. When it all mixes up. Drowning pain, I lost my mind. There's no good about in there. Drowning gain, I lost my mind. There's no good about in there. Vanish into dark. It is hopelessness filled by the light.
That was pretty good. I like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, that is my favorite song on the soundtrack.
Huh?
Yeah, because it gets better, John.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm going to play the last minute or so of the song, and I will show you how beautiful this
Okay.
is.
Let's hear it.
I once had some sweet memories. Each world remains all the same. How can I remember those moments, sweetheart? Tell me. Tell me. If there's a man who can make anything, give me the tools to live in the past. It's all gone down so deep I can't see anymore. If that's not the way to go, let me carve your way. I'm a shadow always with you.
Got you.
Going right to the top. Alrighty. So now that we've established that Zato has best theme so far, Melia's close, but like, I don't, like, I sing along to Melia's theme, like when I'm doing things. I like screech out Zato's theme.
Vanish into dark.
I don't know what he's saying half the time, but I love it. All right. Well, going on to the next one, now that we have established where Zato belongs.
Okay, so I guess it's your turn to pick.
Yes. So next, let's go ahead and I guess let's go to Soul. Like, we've already like had the best, so we might as well go to one that I personally am not very fond of, but you might like. We'll see.
Soul bad song. I mean bad guy.
Soul bad guy. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get that pulled up, and here we go.
Back, yes, nobody is gone. I'm just saying, step about it, do it our turn. So freak out, yes, nobody is wrong. You and I both just have a views, that's all. Some blood will make me do crazy shit. When have I ever forced you to do that? Give me my place back, hey, I won't take your special place. Still, the world is not so tight, right?
So that was before you showed me this song, like earlier today, Alex said that it sounded kind of like Nickelback, and then I listened to it and I couldn't unhear it.
It's only like a little like Nickelback, like just like at the very beginning, like I guess like how the like drums and the guitar mix prior to the chorus, it just gives me that vibe. Like I could hear the Nickelback guy, Chad Kroeger, the Kroger. I could hear the Krog.
And they say that a hero can save us.
But no, it's Leaps and Bounds still better than Nickelback. It just reminded me of it. That might just be a me thing. Right. But considering Soul is the main character, I feel like he should have a better theme.
I was gonna say this guy's the main character, and Kai has a better theme.
Dude, Kai has always had a better theme. Like, even though personality-wise, to me, Kai is like white bread.
This is the first time I've seen. I don't know if I only played one other game, and it was because Alex showed it to me, and I don't know if Kai was in it or not because he just looks so bland.
I mean, he's like a conventional kind of character. Like, he's very basic to pick up and everything. He's just very meh.
He's the Ken from Street Fighter.
Like, I don't love Kai. Ken has more personality than Kai does.
Oh, okay.
But Soul's themes used to be pretty good. He had one called Ride the Fire in the last one.
Ride the Fire. I remember that one. That was a good one.
Yeah. So Soul has had good music. I just like Kai's more. But I don't think Soul's is necessarily bad. It's just not my cup of tea.
Was he singing Swipe Left?
I don't know.
In the song? It was like Swipe Left, something.
We could look up the lyrics later and know we're like totally wrong. But right now, with how we have the tiers, I don't really think anything necessarily belongs in D tier, just because of how good the music is in the game. But I would put Soul in C tier.
Well,
I mean, unless you want to use all the tiers. Then if you want to use all the tiers, Soul's probably going down there.
Like, the thing is, if we're comparing it to, like, all other music, there'd be no need for a D tier here. But we're doing,
Guilty
Gear tier.
Yeah, I mean, like, the stuff that we...
Guilty tiers.
Yeah. Like, I could compare the absolute bangers of the A tier to, like, actual, like, rock music outside of this and be like, it's comparable. Or better, and depending on who you ask. But, like, it just matters. But I would put Soul... So if we're using all the tiers and something needs to be in D tier, I would probably put Soul in D tier.
Yeah, I agree. D tier.
I mean, but I'm willing to, like, wiggle on it and move it up to C.
Because we could also, like, get rid of D tier later on. But for now, I guess we could just put it there.
Yeah, we can move things around later.
Yep.
So, I picked Soul, so who do you want to do next?
The witch... Eno. That was their name, right? Yeah.
Yes. So, we can go ahead and get Eno pulled up. Alrighty, so here is Eno's theme.
When the sky cries in April. The flowers and trees smile with me. The time that passes tells me many lovely things, but I can't feel it. Cut it out! I grew as old that I could see everything. Yeah. Cut it out! I wasn't on the road. I had to stop. There is no up or down above the clouds, and I can't breathe. We are falling down slowly, like snow and bright brown fifteen, fading away in the watercolor.
So I'm very fond of that theme. I put it on in the background when I play a lot of my matches because it always consistently gets me hype. I don't love it the way I love like Zato's theme. Like I don't want to like screech it from the heavens. But it definitely gets me super hype and I love playing the game to it. So for me, it's a very strong A tier, like top of A tier.
A tier?
But I will say that I do think Eno and Kai's themes are better than Chip's. So
yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. We should probably drop Chip down one.
yeah, because he's still good. Like B tier is good. I'll rename the tier to like the Bee's Knees to show that we're
Bee's
still
Knees.
fond of the B tiers.
Like even though it's lower, it's still sweet like honey.
Yeah, we still love the B tiers. We just don't love them the way we love the A tiers. It's like having a favorite child. Like we love Chip, but we don't love Chip the way we love Eno. So we're gonna go ahead and
Can you imagine like them having the same parent? Like, Mom, Dad, I became the ninja president. That's neat, Chip. Eno gets like a new hat or something.
Eno's a time traveling like rock witch. What have you done? Oh, I'm the president of the country I made in the backyard. They wouldn't let him lead his own country, so he made his own. That's nice, Chippy.
That's good. Good for you, Chippy.
So you're cool moving Chip down to B.
Yeah.
I think he's like a good B tier. Like we can definitely be like, is it better than Chip or worse than Chip? And like Chip will be like the gatekeeper for the high tiers now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tiers have to fall on time, right?
Yes. So let's go ahead and move them around. There we go. And we can sort the tiers later because I would say Eno's better than Kai, but I know you probably like Kai's a little more.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe it's because it was the first one I heard, when I walked into this room.
So it's fresh.
Yeah.
Well, Eno's fresher, I
yeah,
guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can sort everything at the end.
Yeah, that works.
But now that we got Eno out of the way, I say let's go ahead and do Giovanna. Let's get another girl. So I got this one queued up, and here we go.
Never will see me looking a wounded. Don't want me to stop beating around the bush. Okay, I'm okay, but I guess that's just me. Nobody needs to blame for my fate. Don't be fake. Keep it real. Keep it real. I get a good vibe. Keep it real. Keep it real.
Was that just the Beastie Boys?
More or less.
I'll take it.
For better or worse, it does sound like the Beastie Boys. I think the chorus is really good. I actually really like the chorus. But I'm actually not a big fan of everything like around the chorus.
So it's gonna go in and cut around the chorus.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like if it was just the chorus, I'd be like, cool, I dig it. But I don't know. Like the rest of the theme, like I don't love. Like I still think it's like I gotta listen to it, but I don't like jam to it.
Like if I had it on my phone and I'm driving
I might skip
and
it.
then I drop my phone and I can't reach it to skip the song, I'll be okay with this one playing.
But if the phone was in my hand,
Which it wouldn't be because I'm driving.
yeah. Fair enough. I get the gist. So I would say, it's not as good as Chip. So I don't think she's a B tier. But I also don't dislike it as much as I dislike Soul's theme, which we've established I don't hate, because you don't hate anything in this game.
No, yeah, it's fine.
So I would say we meet in the middle in like a good C tier.
See, I like it.
Okay.
Beast Sea Boys.
Yes, so we'll put her there. And now that we got Geo in C tier, we have someone in every tier. Yay! It's looking a little balanced.
We filled it. So then, did you go last or did I go last?
I went last. So
Okay.
it is your turn. Who do you want to listen to?
How about Leo?
Yeah.
Dude with the big crosses for swords.
All right. I got it pulled up, and here we go.
Don't tell me out. Who can say that I can hold on today again? I think don't call me out. Who can say that? People are all dead, but so are the monsters. I woke up one morning, strangers say hello to me. Tomorrow they name will be carved on the stones. We're going home, but I'm a terrible liar. Forgive me, that's not an act of betrayal. For the sake of the day, keep crying out.
So Leo's theme is pretty hype.
Yeah, I mean,
Pretty hype.
that's like, like standard for Guilty Gear games. Though.
Yeah. The music is really good. Dude, I know so many people who listen to the soundtrack of Guilty Gear games, but they don't play the game. They just listen to the music.
Oh, like me.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, no. Leo's theme is good. I think the chorus isn't as strong as some of the other ones, but I love how powerful the guitars are. Just everything is very, very high energy with it. I feel like I could like get into a bar fight, like take like a glass and break it on someone's head, shiv another guy.
With the same bottle.
The same bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what like Leo's like theme makes me think of.
Do that.
Very aggressive bar fights.
Throw that bar stool from the Mummy. The one where he throws it across the room at Benny. It's a very specific meme.
Yes, but it's for Leo's theme.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I mean, there's like a part later I really like with bongos. I'll throw the snippet up once we're done talking about Leo's theme so everyone can hear the bongos. Because I associate bongos with gorillas. So for me, it's really funny.
Because of Donkey Kong?
Yeah. But no, like Leo is like a gorilla. You turn your brain off and you mash buttons and you will absolutely win with him. Because if you're not thinking, how is someone supposed to mind read you? Like, oh, what's he gonna do if you just like
Head empty, just bongos.
just bongoing on the fight stick? No. So I'll play that little snippet in a minute. But where do we go on the tier list? I get hype listening to him, but it's not my favorite. So I'm leaning to B.
I was gonna say B for bongos.
B for bong. I forgot to change it to like B's knees tier. Should I change it to bongos or B's knees? B's knees.
Bees knees.
B's and bongos.
Bees and bongos.
B's and bongos tier.
There's an E after though.
Oh shit. There we go. And we'll put Leo there. So I'm going to go ahead and throw up the snippet of his theme that is
Bongo-y.
bongo-y. And when we are done with the bongos, then I guess we'll pick the next person. So here are bongos. Here are little bongos.
Those the dream of heaven. Thought the dream of heaven never lasts very long. The running flash and dirty sky infect my wounds. We're going home alive, alive, alive. Forgive me, just get me out of this hell.
All right, now that everyone got to hear my favorite part of Leo's theme,
Bongos.
yes,
Your turn, pick.
gorilla play bongo. Let's do Potemkin next. So Potemkin is a theme that we've like heard plenty of times. I know you've heard it because it's just been out there in the wild for so long before the game came out. So let's go ahead and throw up that.
It's a countdown to your death. Discord preside in society, your society. One day creeps into society, your society. I'm a fool, I know nothing. I may sound like a silly clown, but I won't turn my back on learning.
We live in a society.
We do. Society. Yeah, no, dude, it's so hype. All the other betas that I played in, that's the only song I wanted to hear. So I do love it, a lot. It's very, very exciting. I guess that's a good word for it. It makes me want to, like, I don't know, flip tables
It's
and
like
like
society.
overthrow the construct of like.
Society.
Yeah. So I dig it. I dig it a lot. It's definitely an bare minimum. It's an A tier. Like, you wouldn't have to twist my arm very hard to put it in absolute banger.
It'd be weird if I did over this.
You snap my arm. Put Potemkin's theme in absolute banger. Say it's a banger.
The commentary on society and the whatnot. It's just
Potemkin is a big brain character. I have a pretty good friend who really, really loves Potemkin.
he's a metal suit, right? Or he's like a robot.
No, he's a dude.
He's a dude.
Yeah, he's a big army guy.
Well, like
In a suit, but he's built like the Hulk. Or like, I don't know, some other thing on steroids. Like, he's a beefy boy. He used to not have a helmet. He used to just be his little head.
and just like headbutt people.
His tiny head on such such a big body. But do you think it's an A tier, or what do you think?
I'd go for A tier, I guess.
Okay. Well, we'll put it in A.
It's not an absolute banger, but he is an absolute clanger, you know, because of his armor.
You've made better jokes, but
We'll put that in the D tier. Put my joke in the D tier.
John's joke. All right. Well, Potemkin gets to go up in A tier, and we'll sort that later. Out of these guys we got left, who you want to hear now?
Let's hear who's the blue guy on the end?
Anji Mito.
Anji Mito. Let's do Anji Mito.
Anji Mito. Okay. And here's Angie.
That night then will give me a lifetime of happiness. Words I want to turn into facts. Battle cry. All the sound that life seems to be. Blessing us rock, operator. Battle cry. On my last night with you, the trickster was more rock, operator.
So that's what most of Angie's theme sounds like. He does have a part later in the theme, though, that has a very different aesthetic that I'm going to play real quick, just to kind of give a full picture of what his theme sounds like. So
Okay.
here it is. Alrighty, so now that you have heard that, what are your thoughts on
keyboard.
Angie Mito?
The keyboard solo. J.J. Abrams.
I actually really like the part with the keyboard. Like,
I
it
do
has
too.
like a very like cool aesthetic. You'll never get to hear it in a match because it's so far into the song.
It's like
a
4
good-
minutes in.
It's like, yeah, about 3-4 minutes in. So you're really only gonna hear the beginning, you know, where it's like battle cry. Ah. Yeah.
It's gotta be frustrating for the people that work on these songs, and then it's like, you know, no one gets to hear them during the fight.
I don't know. Like I said, I play training mode, so I'll just be like labbing my combos for 20 minutes.
That's true.
So I'll hear the song on repeat 4 or 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
So I get to enjoy it. The people playing get to enjoy it, but the people watching, like esports and shit, they will never get to enjoy it the way I do. Unless they go look it up.
I don't think they play music at esports.
They do sometimes. There was one match, I don't remember the one, but there is a theme called Still in the Dark. And people were like, pick Still in the Dark. And these people went up on stage and they picked Still in the Dark. And I don't remember if the set was hype or not, but they played Still in the Dark.
So it was hype.
Probably, yeah. But
they didn't vanish into dark.
Vanish into Dark. I think it's Zato versus Melia theme. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It's the theme that plays when they fight each other.
It's funny because they're at the top tier right now. They're absolute bangers.
Yeah, because they're the best. Yeah. But Angie, I like Angie's theme. But I like it the way I like Chip's theme. I like it in game. I'll listen to it if it comes on. I don't really dislike anything about it, but I don't necessarily love a ton about it either.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's good. It's a good song. And because it's good, it's going in B's and bongos. Because it's not great.
It's not a banger, it's a bonger. Oh my god, that's the second time I made that joke.
Is it?
I think something to do with bangers or bongers, I don't know. Oh, I said clangers last time.
Bangers and bongers sounds like something that'd be on like a British menu at like a mock pub. Like, oh, an American made pub. They're like, we're trying to make this British aesthetic. We call them bangers and bongos.
They're like little pies. Then you like tap on them like, you know.
It's hush puppies with pop rocks inside. That's where the banger is.
Pop rocks.
But where do you want to put Angie?
We said B, right?
I'd be fine with B.
Yeah.
I think he's good.
Yeah. Would you put him at the top of the list or at the bottom of the list?
I don't know.
Would you make this Angie's list?
I mean, no.
Okay. Neither would I.
No, we're gonna resort it at the end.
Okay, cool.
But we got Angie done. So next, let's go ahead and do Axel Axello. So got him up, and let's go.
It's like my time was frozen still. I grew past my adults background while the smell from that cafe makes me hungry. I knew all about it. It's like my time was frozen still. Not much, no problem, even if the world doesn't change. I'm a clown that don't have shades. My boss was it out of them. Out of the box.
Okay, so most of the song sounds like that chorus that I actively dislike. But
No.
yeah, but I'm like out of the box. I don't like the chorus. I don't think it flows very well, and I think it just sounds like eh. But I like the little funky guitar bit, like right after the chorus.
Yeah, that was cool. That was,
Yeah. And I guess, I mean, there's cool parts in that song. It's just the song as a whole does not mesh for me.
Right.
Um,
Didn't have any high points for you.
no, and like if it came on and I'm playing online, I'd probably be like, you could pick something better.
Well, his name isn't Axel High. It's Axel Low.
Yeah, no, I don't really like the song very much compared to the others. I still like it more than Souls because there's like part of Axel's themes that I like.
This podcast is just us dumping on Soul.
He gets to be like the best character in the game, so he can his song can kiss my ass. I can say as much bad things about his song as I want. He's still plus on every frame.
Yeah.
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 No,
Sure.
he's too good right now. But just gotta suck it up and learn to deal with it. But yeah, fuck his song though. But Axel. So, do you think he's a C tier or a D tier? Like, we obviously don't like love it.
Let's put it C tier.
You'd put it in C?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
Big C energy.
I might want to move him down to D later, depending. But I'm cool with him in C for now. So
I could see him as D, but yeah, we'll do that.
We'll see
later.
how it goes. We'll see if they get crowded or not. All right, so we got 4 characters left.
Let's do the bombastic bagman.
Faust, my favorite. I love him.
But let's see what you feel about his theme.
I mean, I can say it now. I love it.
No, let's hear it first.
I love it.
Let's hear it first.
Okay.
Relation, duration, building the real life. Desire will not come. Our time moving attack. We got only one sky, blue, red, and black. Here and now. What is it like to you? No one can see the colors but you.
So, there's a lot more to the song because it's kind of like a roller coaster of a song. There's like a little swing bit in the middle that doesn't sound like rock, and then it cuts back to the screaming, and then it kind of crescendos into a dramatic kind of version of the initial chorus. But it definitely is like different. It feels like almost like a climax instead of like a continuation, like it's peaking. So, well, like a crescendo. Yeah. But it kind of depicts Faust's demeanor. He's changed over the games. He was originally a little sane, and then some things happened, and he kind of lost his mind, became crazy. He was silly in the last game, and now he's a sad boy. And I think the song just does a good job of kind of, I guess, depicting his whole arc as a character through music. And because of that, I love it, and I think it's one of the best songs in the soundtrack, and I just love it. I think it's great for the character. And I do jam to it.
Not to be confused with Jam the character,
Yes.
which is not in this game.
So, what do you think of it?
Well, I'd say that I don't know much about Faust as a character, but I will say that the changing in shifts and the shifts in the song and changing moods and stuff, I feel like it reflects how I've seen people online play him or play against him, because 1 second he's got tiny Fausts coming at you, throwing out little tiny Faust, and then next thing you know he's dropping a bomb on you or eating your character.
Yeah, no, he eats people now.
Yeah.
No, and his down slash move, so it's basically he, like crouches and then you press triangle in the controller. He basically like bursts out from himself, like he's leaving behind like his skin, and there's another Faust inside of him. It's really weird.
That's symbolic.
It's
a metaphor.
It's a metaphor. He's a butterfly. But no, Faust is just weird. I love him so much. I think he is the most fun character to play in the game. But I think his theme really reflects him. And because of that, for me, it is either an absolute banger or it is an A tier. But I also have a very strong attachment to the character now. Because I've been playing him for a few days. but I'm
longer than that.
I mean, I dabbled with him in the other games, but I also like played the games pretty casually.
Yeah.
But I've always liked him as a character. I cosplayed him once. If I can find a picture, I'll throw it up on screen. It's not great, but there's a picture of me playing Guilty Gear at a convention, and I have a bag. I have a bag on my head, and I'm wearing a lab coat. I'll find it and I'll throw it in.
I mean, that's Faust, except with longer limbs.
Yeah, and if I don't find the picture, then I'm not gonna put it in there. But if I do find it, I'll put it up.
Okay.
I'll put it in where we're talking right now.
So, would you say A tier then? Should we put him at the top of the A tier?
If it is not a banger for you, then I will put it.
I'd say it's a banger.
You'd say it's a banger?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, we'll put Faust in banger for now. And if you want to move it at all later, like when we're discussing things, I wouldn't be upset if you want to move it down to A, just because his theme does go all over the place later.
Yeah.
And I would show more of it so that like people know what we're talking about. But then I might as well play the whole song, and we'll be here for a while.
Yeah, we can just list the playlist of all these songs.
I'll put links to like other people who've posted the songs. Like, yeah, because Arc System hasn't put them up, but everyone has the deluxe like soundtrack. So people have just been posting it for everyone else to listen to. So I'll put a link to someone's in the description. But now that we got Faust done, we have 3 characters left. I say let's go ahead and let's do Ramlethal.
Okay. It's not pronounced Ram Lethal.
I'm pretty sure it's Ramlethal because like the character select screen is like Ramlethal. So I think it's Ramlethal.
Okay. I guess we'll go by what the character select screen says.
Yes, and also characters color that. But so I started the song like a good chunk into it because it takes a while to get going. And I think the beginning doesn't really do it a lot of justice because I do think it's not bad. It's different, though, compared to all the other songs on the soundtrack. I think it is the most not rock and roll, I guess, if that makes sense. But I don't hate it by any means. I actually like really enjoy it. It's 6 minutes long, so we'll be here forever if I play the whole thing. But there's a lot of highs in that song.
Right.
It's just weirdly inconsistent. It's inconsistent, but I also don't mind it too much because of how cool it gets when it does get going.
Well, the cool thing about these songs is that, you know, they're supposed to be inconsistent because you never know when the tide of the battle will change.
If you got to hear the full song.
Yeah, if you get to hear the full
Worst part is you only get to hear like the beginning of Ramlethal's theme most of the time, and that's the part that's like not hype. Everything else in the song is hype. It's just like that part's not hype.
Dang, I didn't even get to my chorus before you got your ass kicked.
I got 2-0'd and she's still just like, at the beginning of the song. So I don't dislike Ramlethal's theme at all. I like it more than I like Geo's theme, but I don't quite like it more than I like the other B tiers. So I would either put her at the top of C or like the bottom of B.
I'd say B.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's average.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here, well, I'll go ahead and do that. And we got 2 characters left. Do you want to do Nagoroyuki next or Mei?
Let's do Nagoroyuki.
Nagoroyuki. Alrighty. Here is a snippet of his theme.
Everything in this world leads to soul enlightenment. There is nothing wasted about our lives. The snow falling in spring, moon hangs during the day, one with self and time. So let's get to the bottom line. If so, what do you fight for? You deny your thirst. Now it's time to feast. Bring it out, keep grinding, diving deep like cold steel. I won't face my doom, sayonara. Well done, how dare you? Never too late to bend the knee. When hell freezes over, sayonara.
So, Nago's theme has been out for the last 2 betas, and I like it. I think it's pretty good. It's consistent throughout. It kind of just sounds like that the whole time, which is good. It's hype.
Yeah, and you don't miss anything if you get wrecked.
Yeah, no. It gets going really easily, and I don't know. It's just hype from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, I would put it in A tier. I'd either put it in bottom of A tier or top of B tier. I do like it more than the other B tiers, though. So I'm leaning to A.
Yeah, that's the question. Is it a bongo or is it an A tier?
I think it's an A tier.
I'd say it's a, yeah.
I like it. I like it. So Nago is pretty easy. Alrighty. Did you know that he's a vampire?
Is he?
Yes, so he's a samurai vampire.
A sampire.
Yeah, no, he's pretty cool. He's new. So, he's new this
I love
game.
his design. Yeah, he's really
Yeah, no, he looks awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So
I'll let you pick the last one.
Thanks. So I guess all we have left is May's theme. So I know you've heard May's theme because there's so many memes.
Should we play May's theme for everyone else though, who might not have?
I mean, of course. So let me get that pulled up real quick, and here we go.
God tier.
So, I don't know if I actually love May's theme because it's good,
It grew on me.
or because of the memes. Because there's so many.
You showed me so many memes right before this.
It's really funny.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I like how attached people are to it, but I also feel like it's gonna get drove into the ground eventually. Because I've definitely played a bunch of people who are playing May's theme. And I don't know if I love hearing it all the time.
It's one of the, I feel like it's
I
one
don't
of those
think
songs.
the words metal describe.
Oh
this
no,
theme.
no, definitely not. It's like a pop summer song or whatever.
A
Reminds me of-
pop summer song.
No, you know what it reminds me of? It reminded. I think you mentioned it before. Like a Paramore song.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, summertime loving in the summertime.
Summertime loving in the summertime, summer loving.
I like
loving
all the
summertime.
regular show, like memes with May. So, yeah, I don't know if I'd put it in God tier. I would probably put it lower because of personal taste.
Should we make a separate tier for it because it's a meme tier?
I mean,
tier.
but where would we put the meme tier?
Guilty pleasure gear.
No,
tier.
like where would we put it? Would we
Oh.
put it like at the bottom under Soul? I don't think May belongs under Soul.
I feel like it would be between A and Absolute Banger.
It's like a meme tier.
I think. Can you? Is that how that works? No, that's how you swap them.
Well, I don't know how to do it, but we'll fit her in one of these. So,
A.
I'd be fine putting it in
Or should we put it Bees and Bongos because that's the memeiest name we have so far?
A. It's the memeiest name. She'd be at the top of B tier, though.
Yeah, we put her top of B.
Yeah, okay, I'm cool with that. It's the meme tier. Okay.
There's A tier, then there's May tier.
So let's sort these from the bottom. So you think the worst theme in the game is Soul?
Yeah, I think the issue with Soul is that not all of these songs needed words. And, like, they're all good. It's just, you know, like I said, not all of them needed lyrics. I know this is, like, the
Some
first
of them
game.
needed humming.
Yeah, because, you know, sometimes you gotta hum Nickelback instead of singing it.
Yeah, I'm fine with him being the worst. So he can hang out in D tier.
Okay.
So C tier, we have Giovanna and Axel. Do you think Axel's below Gio, or do you think Gio is worse?
I think Axel's below Gio.
Okay.
Did you want Axel in D tier, or do you want to keep him C tier?
I'm fine with him in C tier.
Okay.
I
think
just because I think he has higher highs than Soul, so I'm cool keeping them separate.
Yeah.
But I also don't like the chorus of Out of the Box. Out of the box.
I thought you were about to sing the Out of the Box song from like the Disney show.
I don't know that.
Okay. I'm not going to sing it because I don't want Disney to sue, like, you know, copyright strike us.
Yeah, I know, we've played all this music and then Disney takes us down because you sing something.
Because I mentioned Out of the Box, a TV show from like the 90s.
Yeah. Well, I'm cool with them there. Alright, so here's where we get into it. So Bees and Bongos. We have May, Chip, Leo, Angie, and Ramlethal. Do you think any of them need to get moved up or down or anything like that?
I feel like for symmetry's sake, we should move one down from A tier and then... No, that's not necessary.
Do you think like any of the B's need to be lower, or you think they're good in B?
Look, man, these bees make up a hive. Yeah, they gotta stick together.
Okay, well we can leave them.
And they gotta defend their queen, May.
Chip went from being president to being a fucking worker bee.
I mean, what outranks a president? A queen.
I'm imagining all the like bee people from the honeybee in
The honeybee.
but Chip in like the weird little
Oh god,
honeybee outfit.
that was my favorite part of the.
I think
the
it's
remake.
everyone's favorite part. That was my favorite part.
Yeah.
But okay, so I do think Ramlethal's at the bottom of B.
Okay.
Okay. So next comes, who do you think would be above Ram?
Definitely everyone in B.
Yeah. Well, let me put it this way. Do you think Angie's better than anyone above him?
Who's that on top of? No. I think Angie's good on the list.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you think Leo and Chip are good, or should they be swapped?
Do you think they should be swapped?
I like Leo's theme, but I feel like I probably like Chip more.
Okay, so then it's fine.
Yeah.
How it is.
Do you want to leave May and B, or do you think we need to bump her up?
No, she's the queen bee. She's
She's
got
the queen bee.
Yeah, she's got
stands out. Okay. All right. So then we're not really moving anyone around.
beams.
And then we have A tier. So I do think we should move some people around in A.
Okay.
I think Eno is better than the rest of them. I think Eno's better, and I think Potemkin's theme is better than Kai and Nagoroyuki.
So you're saying then
Then Potemkin, then Kai, then Nagoroyuki.
okay.
That's what I would want, but what do you think?
No, I think that honestly, like, I don't want to like just be a yes man here, but like it's pretty yeah, that works for me.
Okay. Like, you don't think society belongs below, like, whatever it was, the roar of...
No, actually, I think I do like society more than now that I think about it.
More than Kai or more than Eno?
More than he knows.
You think you like society more?
Yeah.
Okay. I can bend on that one.
Okay.
All right. And then we have absolute bangers. So, Zato's absolutely number one, right?
No, yeah, hands down.
Yeah. Between Melia and Faust, which one of those two do you like more?
I like Melia more.
Okay. And I guess I should ask this because, like I said, I'm biased towards Faust.
Mm.
But is there anyone in A tier you like more than Faust's theme?
Anyone I like more than Faust theme?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Potemkin.
Okay. Well, don't know if I want to move him above Faust, but I can move Potemkin to absolute banger.
Okay.
Because if
Yeah.
I have Faust up there, then Potemkin can be up there too.
Right.
And they can be equals in our mind.
Okay.
There. So that will be the final tier. So Zato, Melia, Faust, and Potemkin have the best themes in our tier.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Eno, Kai, and Nagoroyuki
But
as,
in
pretty awesome.
But in our hearts, May has the best theme. She's our queen.
She's our queen. Totsugeki. All day. Every day. Dolphins. Aquatic mammals are my life.
She has an attack where she brings a dolphin out for, people who don't play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, including me.
But that's all she does. She just rides the dolphin.
Basically, just like brings a dolphin
Kai
out.
rides the lightning. Like, that's actually one of his moves is ride the lightning.
Like the Metallica song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, a lot of moves in this game are based off of, like, albums and songs.
I mean, look at Axel. He's like, did I mention like whether or not they should be able to get away with that? Like,
I don't know.
he's just Axl Rose from Guns N'
Well,
Roses.
Eno's based off a Japanese, like, rock star.
No,
Like, aesthetically, everything about her is the hat and everything. And Soul, his real name is Frederick, and his favorite band is Queen, which can't be a coincidence. I was reading, like, the, like, little lore book one day, and it's like his prized possession is his Queen albums. Yeah, no. Soul's a big, like, jerk to people, and then he probably goes home and is like, oh, I'm going to put on the vinyls.
No, it sounds like he has great taste.
He has great taste.
Which makes it a shame that he has the worst theme here.
So I hope everyone has a good day or night, depending on,
Or, that weird in-between time.
half the afternoon.
Is it? No, that's day. Afternoon is day, isn't it? Because there's evening and then there's afternoon.
Dusk.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, you're talking about dusk. Yeah, so if the sun is setting where you are, I hope it's beautiful. Is that a good place to end?
I think so.
Okay. Enjoy your sunset.
Or sunrise.